My phone exploded with 52 notifications in less than an hour. Messages from neighbors, coworkers, even from my daughter's school principal. Everyone wanting to know why I was preventing my 7-year-old daughter from seeing her grandmother. When I opened Facebook, I felt my stomach turn. There it was, a profile with Isabella's photo, my baby, with a heartbreaking post. "Help, my mommy won't let me see my grandma. I love her so much. Please help." The profile had been created 2 hours earlier. Isabella was sleeping in her room, and I knew exactly who had done that. My own mother had just committed a digital crime using my daughter's face. And the worst part? This wasn't even the first time she had tried to destroy me. Let me go back 6 months so you can understand how we got here. My relationship with my mother, Vera, has always been complicated. She's one of those people who need to be at the center of everything, who turn any situation into drama if they don't receive enough attention. For years, I accepted it. I overlooked it. I justified her behavior as her way. But when Isabella was born, something changed. I saw my mother trying to do to my daughter what she had always done to me: create emotional dependency, ignore boundaries, use manipulation. She would show up at my house unannounced, pick Isabella up from school without my permission, give her candy before lunch just to be the cool grandma while I was the annoying mom. The breaking point came 6 months ago. Isabella came back from a weekend at Grandma's house crying, saying that Grandma had told her that Mommy doesn't love her anymore because she works too much. My 7-year-old daughter thinking I didn't love her because my mother had planted that idea in her head. That's when I established boundaries. Scheduled visits, always under my supervision, no picking up from school. My mother went crazy. She would call me 10 times a day. She would show up at my work. She would send messages saying I was an ungrateful daughter who was stealing her granddaughter from her. I temporarily blocked contact. It was that or my mental sanity. And for someone like her, who lives off attention and control, that was unbearable. So she decided to escalate the situation in a way I never could have imagined. It was 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night when it started. I was helping Isabella with homework when my cell phone started vibrating incessantly. First message, my coworker, Patricia. "Marina, I saw Isabella's post. Are you okay? Do you need help?" My heart froze. Post? What post? Isabella was right next to me with her math notebook open. I opened Facebook with trembling hands, and there it was. A profile with the name Isabella Santos, my daughter's photo that I had posted 3 weeks ago on my profile, and a heartbreaking post. "Help people, my mommy won't let me see my grandma Vera for a long time. I cry every night because I miss her. My grandma is good and loves me. Please someone help. I just want to hug my grandma." 52 shares, 123 comments, people I knew, some I didn't even know had Facebook, all scandalized by me. How absurd. This child needs her grandmother. This is parental alienation. I'm going to report it. The mother must be crazy. Poor grandma. I felt my breath fail. I looked at Isabella, who stared at me confused. "Mommy, why are you crying?" How would I explain to my 7-year-old daughter that her own grandmother had created a fake profile of her to publicly defame me? I immediately called Raphael. My voice came out shaky. "Rafa, you need to see this, now." 15 minutes later, he was in my living room looking at the profile with an expression of disbelief. "Marina, this is a crime. You know that, right? Identity fraud, unauthorized use of a minor's image." "I know, but first I need to take down this profile before more people see it." We spent an hour trying to report the profile to Facebook, but the platform said it would take up to 48 hours for review. 48 hours? In 48 hours, my reputation would be destroyed. Isabella's school principal could contact Child Protective Services and God knows what else. That's when I received the first call. Unknown number. I answered. "Hello? Marina? This is Concepcion, your mother's neighbor. How can you do this to that woman? She cries all day for her granddaughter." Concepcion, the neighbor my mother had cultivated for years, always playing the victim role. "Concession, that profile is fake. My mother created it. Isabella's right here next to me and, liar, I saw the child's post with my own eyes. You should be ashamed. She hung up. 2 hours later, 3 more similar calls. My inbox was flooded. Some people supported me, but most crucified me. The next morning, I took Isabella to school with my stomach in knots. Had the other mothers seen it? Would they judge me? At the gate, the principal, Mrs. Sylvia, called me. Marina, we need to talk. My heart sank. I received an anonymous call last night saying you're preventing Isabella from having contact with her grandmother. I also saw a post online that left me worried. I sat in the principal's office chair feeling tears burn my eyes. Mrs. Sylvia, that profile is fake. My mother created it, pretending to be Isabella. I have a record of everything, her attempts to manipulate me, to manipulate my daughter, the boundaries I had to establish on the recommendation of Isabella's therapist. I can show you everything. The principal took a deep breath. Marina, I believe you. I've known you for 3 years, but I need you to resolve this officially. Understand? If someone reports to Child Protective Services, they'll need to investigate. I left the school trembling. But Rafael was right. I needed to act legally. I went straight to a lawyer specializing in digital law. Dr. Enrique received me urgently. When I showed him the profile, which was still active, he shook his head. This is a serious crime. Identity fraud, unauthorized use of a minor's image, defamation. Can you prove it was your mother? I have screenshots of previous conversations where she threatened to make everyone see who I really am. I have witnesses to her behavior. And this profile only has one friend added so far, my mother's profile. Dr. Henrique smiled for the first time. She's not very smart, is she? Let's do this. You're going to file a police report now. Then we'll file a lawsuit for immediate removal of the profile and seek compensation for moral damages. And I strongly advise a protective order. That afternoon, I spent 4 hours at the police station. The police officer who helped me was visibly shocked by the story. Unfortunately, I'm seeing more and more cases of grandparents who don't respect boundaries and resort to digital defamation. You're doing the right thing. When I got home at 7 p.m., exhausted, I had a message from my mother, the first one in 6 months. Daughter, I saw they're talking badly about you on the internet. If you back down and let me see my granddaughter, I can help clean up your reputation. You just need to admit you were wrong. I read the message 3 times. She was literally blackmailing me. She created the problem and now offered herself as the solution, as long as I submitted. I didn't respond. Instead, I forwarded the message to Dr. Enrique with the note, "More evidence." On Thursday, 72 hours after the profile was created, we finally got a court order for immediate removal. The profile came down, but the damage was done. 89 shares, over 300 comments, my image tarnished in circles I frequented. Worse, Isabella started asking questions. Mommy, why is Grandma mad at you? Why do those people say you won't let me see Grandma? Did I do something wrong? Each question was a stab. My mother hadn't just destroyed my reputation. She had planted seeds of doubt in my own daughter's head. 2 weeks later, my mother received the court notification at home. She called me immediately, furious. You're suing me? Your own mother? My voice came out firm for the first time in years. You committed a crime, Mom. You used my daughter's image, only 7 years old, to publicly defame me. This isn't being a grandmother. This is abuse. I just wanted to see my granddaughter. No, you wanted control. You wanted to punish me for establishing boundaries. And you know what's worse? You hurt Isabella in the process. She's in therapy now, confused, thinking she did something wrong. Silence on the other end. The lawsuit continues. You'll pay compensation for moral damages and you're prohibited from any contact with me or Isabella until further court order. If you violate it, it's jail. I hung up. 3 months later, I won the case. $15,000 in compensation and a protective order for 2 years. My mother tried to reach me once, but the court order stopped her. Today, Isabella is better. She understands, as much as possible for her age, that Grandma didn't know how to behave. I rebuild my reputation, one conversation at a time, showing proof of what happened. I learned that protecting your family from your own relatives isn't betrayal. It's love. And that some people, even if they're your own blood, don't deserve access to your peace.